Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I'm not sure what happened to the thumbnail. Well, I took a thumbnail, I took a picture and then I didn't like it, so I tried to see if I could take another one. But it came up with the channel of love like backdrop. So that's that then. Hair's a bit bushy today, but it is what it is. Hi guys, I hope we're live. Got some cards, got a squeaky chair with me. Yeah. I've had a couple of days where I haven't been live, been resting. I've been resting. Okay. Oh, squeaky, squeaky. I've hardly got any coffee left. It's Friday night and I'm feeling all right. Okay, let's go to the Archangel Power Tarot cards first. I felt like them cards just said to me, yep. Anyway, let's go to the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Let's have a look at this Friday night's energy. Okay. Are we going to squeak all the way through the reading? Possibly. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, there's the energy of, if I just keep still, then it'll stop squeaking. Hey, Moon Cookie. Hey, hey, hey. Thank God it's Friday to the channel of love. Cheers, Lucy. Cheers, darling. I got a little bit of coffee left to cheers you with my Cheshire cat. All happy, all good. Should we have a look and see what's on the cards? This Friday night. Do it all again. The Four of Michael. So 4 swords. I'm not even looking at the image, but that's the card of resting and rejuvenating. I know there is a feminine on this card, but it touches on what I feel like the last couple of days I've been conserving my energy. Okay, insights that come from quiet meditation. And at the beginning of this live, it was just extremely quiet. We had a moment of stillness, of quietness. The need for more sleep or time off, and seek relief from stress. Interesting, I feel like that's already been given to me. So I've had a week off work, and I said to you guys that last time I had a week off work, I bagged myself another day because of the Queen's funeral. Well, so my week officially finishes on Sunday, my week off, but I'm not back to work until Thursday morning. So I've bagged myself another 3 days for resting. And I know it's because I need to conserve my energy for what's next. Well, what's next? I don't know what's next. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just ready. I know I'll be ready and prepared and rested for what's next. These are nice lanterns here. They remind me a bit of the Chinese lanterns my mum used to put all over the ceiling at Christmas time. Okay. Are we resting until Christmas? Okay, that's cool. We're going into like serious hibernation. Let's get some more cards. I do have the Heal Yourself reading cards, so let's go to the Heal Yourself cards first. Let's read what this card means. The Four of Michael, the Four of Swords. The energy of you're tired. Okay, you need to rest. It's been a long journey. It's time to take a break. The situation you find yourself in will not benefit from more action on your part at the moment. Okay. Time to rest, Divine Feminine. Step back, let it go. It would probably be best not to even think about it for a little while. So, what will be occurring to take your attention off of this then? Resist the urge to challenge those who disagree with you. The key to a successful solution is likely to arise from meditation or the unexpected epiphanies that come while on a quiet walk. Okay, interesting. It would probably be best not to even think about it for a little while. Resist the urge to challenge those who disagree with you. The key to a successful solution is likely to arise from meditation or the unexpected epiphanies that come while on a quiet walk? Are you getting enough sleep? If you've been ill, make sure you take all the time necessary for a full recovery. So it's quite interesting. I was feeling a little bit under the weather yesterday. And instead of going and working like on the restaurant, I just said I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm taking a couple of days off and I'll see you at the weekend. Nice and easy. No guilt involved. Guilt will make you ill. Shame will make you ill as well. Very low vibrational energies. And not that there was needed an explanation, but I said I find that if I rest now, I can recover quickly and be back on track. Rather than resisting the urge to rest, or I've got too much going on, or I should be there and I should be there. And no, you should be nowhere at the moment. Okay, so time to rest. And I feel like a little bit sniffly. I've actually just taken some paracetamol to see if I can kind of clear my head. It's feeling a little bit congested, muzzy here, so do what you need to do. Let's have a look at the Heal Yourself cards. So I feel this is definitely a message for the Divine Feminines. We've already been told that we will receive our answers through meditation, by resting, stillness. A quiet walk. Inner child. Card number 16. Sweet 16's coming through. Sweet child of mine. Your inner child is urging you to lighten up a little. Get out of your comfort zone and have fun. Okay, I said, how are you going to take your mind off of, or not think about whatever the situation is that maybe it would be best not to think about at the moment. Go have some fun. So, okay, after resting, make resting fun. In order to be healthy, we must engage our imagination, creativity and spontaneity. When was the last time you did something spontaneous, intuitive and outrageous? When and with whom do you feel uninhibited, relaxed and completely comfortable to be yourself? I don't feel that's taking like mind off of the thing that you're meant to be taking your mind off, because I feel you're meant to be taking your mind off of the Divine Masculine, but it's like your inner child wants to play. When and with whom do you feel uninhibited, relaxed and completely comfortable to be yourself? And I felt in the presence of your divine counterpart. Your inner child can be your strongest ally or your biggest foe. Okay. It can assist you to heal childhood pain, rejection, loneliness and abandonment. It can take you on an exciting adventure, help you become more confident, daring, original and bold, or it can make you behave in childish ways, bring up anxiety, fear and suspicion. This card beckons you to heal your childhood pain and discover your independence, compassion, creativity, talents and joy. A healthy inner child can help you connect to your integrity, divinity and purity. Okay, sorry, that's a comma there. So a healthy inner child can help you connect to your integrity, divinity and purity. It believes in miracles and creates magic in your life. And Divine Feminines, you need to be able to believe. You need to be able to believe in miracles. You need to believe in miracles. What else did I pick up here? These parts. It can assist you to heal childhood pain, rejection, loneliness and abandonment. And as an enlightened, developed Divine Feminine, you shouldn't really be feeling these emotions, not to a high degree anymore. Rejection, loneliness and abandonment. And you should be able to snap yourself out of it if you do. Okay, you need to be sweet and soft with yourself. Action. Find a photo of you between the ages of 3 and 8. Look at the picture. What do you see in your eyes? What is the expression on your face? If this little child had a voice, what would he say to you? Take some paper and using your non-dominant hand write, "Dear," your name, "I feel," and give the little you a chance to express itself. Then write a loving response from the adult you. Ask the child in you what he needs to feel better, then follow the child's recommendation. Okay, very interesting. Right, what's going on here then? There's the energy of being a mature divine feminine, so watch your behaviour to make sure that it's not childish, as in immature. Yeah, rest. Like I said, it's been a long journey. And the beginning part of that there, where it said, it's time to take a break. The situation you find yourself in will not benefit from more action on your part at this moment. Let's have a look at the Druidcraft Tarot and see if they tell us any more. There's no action needed on your part, Divine Feminine. The High Priestess, that's interesting. It's more about going within and connecting. Meditating, let's read this. Hi Bond, rest, yes, enjoy, happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the energy today, yesterday was quite a sad, I felt, energy. But the energy today is, like, I'm love and grace, and I'm not going to behave any different way than what love and grace would behave. So I feel very soft with myself and in my movements and my thoughts. I'm just really appreciating this great love, to be able to feel this great love. So let's have a look at the card of the High Priestess, card number 2. And it's like it's just intensifying. And it's just becoming more and more beautiful. Okay, it's hard to put into words, it's a feeling. Present yourself before the mysteries of life and before the goddess or her priestess in humility and with reverence, open to the stillness and the depths within you to gain strength and wisdom. Okay, keywords: depth, intuition, dreams, inner wisdom, gateway to initiation, the unconscious, the divine feminine. Meaning, entering the stillness. Oh, come on guys, this is the phase that we're in. It's time to enter the stillness and be comfortable there. The High Priestess seems to bar our way forward. Don't be in a rush to move onwards. It's interesting. So the High Priestess seems to bar our way forward. Don't be in a rush to move onwards. Balance the power of decision making and action, as seen in the Magician card, with the power of reflection and depth. True passivity is strong and fertile and shouldn't be mistaken for weakness or inertia. Be open to your dreams and intuitions. Very interesting, guys. Girls, guys. Silken waves of consciousness. That sounds nice. Silken waves of consciousness. Let's get another card from here. Oh, this one that's just sitting here. What is it? Oh, I'm going to these. Okay, entrapment. I thought it was a Druidcraft Tarot card. It's not. It's a Heal Yourself card. Entrapment. So what did it just make mention there about the Magician card? Because he could look like a strange kind of magician there, couldn't he? It said, balance the power of decision making and action as seen in the Magician card with the power of reflection and depth. Entrapment. Let's read this. So I feel the energy here of this feminine feeling sorry for herself. Which we're not to feel sorry for ourselves, are we? It's like we're to feel this intensity of this love and relish in it. I'm so seriously in love. 34. What did that card say about don't allow others to change your beliefs? Is that what it said? I'm in love. I'm not sad. I'm not alone. I'm not depressed. I haven't been abandoned. I'm totally adored and loved. Okay, 4 of Michael. What was I looking for? I don't know what card that was. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's get back to this. I'm on the Phoenix Rising. That was the card that we had last time. 34. Entrapment. You are letting too many things in your you are letting too many things in your environment control your life. You have drawn this card because it is time for a shift in personal power. You are encouraged to take responsibility for your life and choose new ways of thinking that create change. Okay, it's like we're shifting it up a notch, Divine Feminine. The reality is that for you to make the changes you want, need and desire, you need a system, daily discipline and motivation. As long as you blame outside influences for any circumstances in your life, you are powerless. Let me repeat that. As long as you blame outside influences for any circumstances in your life, you are powerless. It's the government, your abusive background, the interest rates, and the bank's fault. The system that many ultra-successful people use is they read books every day, listen to audios, go to as many seminars as they can, practice recognising others' achievements, and form relationships with like-minded people. So today I've put another personal development video up on the Channel of Love Facebook Academy, which is Facebook Academy Training Academy on Facebook. Oprah Winfrey. So yesterday she was talking to Abraham, and then today, well, it might have been a couple of days, that Abraham one, but today I've put up another one, very good, about the seat of your soul. Worth a listen. Personally developed. And I did feel like all day that I actually wanted to read a personal development book. So we will do that shortly. Okay. Action. Ask yourself, are the people in my life building me up and inspiring me? If not, it is time to take charge and to start making change in your environment. Your first step could be cutting out all negative media from your daily life. Now that card did come up about going on a negativity diet last week, or this week maybe. Another important action could involve changing your diet, cutting out sugar, food with MSG and GMO, and replacing them with fresh organic vegetables. Take a moment and say the following statement to yourself or out aloud. I am in control of my life. Nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it. My thoughts create my reality. Keep repeating this statement until you feel stronger, and eventually you will believe it. It will help you to make new choices. Remember, your words and self-talk are very powerful in altering your physiology. Okay. I am in control of my life. Nothing can affect me unless I choose to let it. My thoughts create my reality. Very interesting. I'm going to go and get a book now. Squeaky. What book have we got? Have we got a book to hand? Oh my goodness, I think I've put more away in the box. Jeez. I think it's in that bottom box as well. This isn't like really greatly convenient to hunt for a book at this precise moment, but I'm just trying to think if there's any books. Oh, there is actually. Might be best if I just go out the room. I'll find a book. I don't know what kind of book I'm going to find, but it's going to give us some answers. What? we're entering the twilight zone. And that's what we've got, guys. I've just gone into Emily and she suggested eclipse, actually, but it's like a great big... So that's what we're going to. Twilight. Eclipse. Hi, Carol. How are you doing, darling? They all have different front covers as well. And just by chance. It's like the connection, it looks like it's severed, but it's hanging on by a string. Oh, it's a bit nippy. I've been baking bread, how yummy, for the next week. I've cut sugar. We eat only my bread now. Lovely. I've been buying like different, I haven't been making my own bread, but I have been buying like different rolls. I'm not eating as, I'll have 2 rolls a week. Baps, I don't know what you call them, rolls. And I've been buying different ones, so whether they're wholemeal, and then the next week I'll buy like seeded and very yummy. So I've been trying different bread, but I've not been baking. I've cut sugar. We eat only my bread now. That feels good. Have sprouts going in windows, plus herbs and greens going on. How wonderful. I'm peaceful. That's such a lovely energy, Carol. Yeah, I'm peaceful as well. Peaceful and content. Should we have a look at this? Because I feel like we need to read something from the book. Midnight Sun? What's that about? What's Midnight Sun? Oh, it's a pomegranate. It was strange how much I hadn't understood before Bella. She had changed me more than I'd known it was possible for me to change and still remain myself. Well, that's Edward's story, isn't it? The Divine Masculine story, should we say that? I think I've been watching, I am watching like The Empress on Netflix. If any of you guys picked up that program on Netflix yet? Anyway, very interesting. The Emperor and the Empress. Let's have a read through. Let's get the words out, read through this book. Let's have a flick through first. We'll stop there. Edward shook his head. Her scent is too strong and combined with mine, especially distinct. Even if I carried her, it would leave a trail. Our trace is all over the range, but in conjunction with Bella's scent, it will catch their attention. We're not sure exactly which path they'll take because they don't know yet. If they crossed her scent before they found us, both of them grimaced at the same time, their eyebrows pulling together. You see the difficulties? There has to be a way to make it work, Jacob muttered. He glared toward the forest, pursing his lips. I swayed on my feet. Edward put his arm around my waist, pulling me closer and supporting my weight. I need to get you home. You're exhausted. And Charlie will be waking up soon. Very interesting. I think that's enough to kind of say you're resting at the moment. There's no action needed on your part because I feel the Divine Masculine's looking after your safety. He doesn't want anyone picking up on your scent. Okay. Wow. That's that then. Let's not put that back in just yet, okay? This afternoon, it's cookies for all the kids, peanut butter cookies. Very nice. Peanut butter cookies. I'm going to have a look to see where we are on the journey of love in a moment. Let's have a look at this card first. 6 of Pentacles. Tired. Like, it was Edward wanted to carry, like, Bella home. Interesting, because even if you don't, like, know who the characters are, maybe that's best, because it's just kind of names. Let me get you home because Charlie will be waking up soon. We smell like a bakery around here. Yeah. I think you smell like a bakery to the Divine Masculine as well. Some beautiful wafting scent. Cookies and cream or... We have the Six of Pentacles here, so we can see the masculine. Looks like they may go through a tough winter. They look old. They don't really look like they know what they're doing. They just look so sad. And this is the energy that you can't allow to dampen your spirit. Okay? This isn't your story. You're absolutely adored, and the manifestations are coming in, including, I'll say, this one. I keep picking up on the energy of there's going to be a lot happening with the masculines over winter. And they will be doing their own resting and healing. Let's read this card. Six of Pentacles. What's the book? We can go to the masculine's book, actually. Midnight Sun. Six Pentacles. Let's find out what this is about first. Generosity, patronage and gifts. Giving or receiving benefits. Generosity or financial or other assistance. Balance and fairness. I do feel a lot will be, the divine's taken, if it doesn't look like he's actually there, like the divine's doing it, it's like there's scales above his head that are balancing out these coins here. It's like he's just automatically doing what he's guided to do. He's under divine direction. And so are you, Divine Feminine, but yours is to rest and to tap into your intuition. Okay. Six of Pentacles. A benefactor may have entered your life, someone who is generous but restrained in their giving, though justly so. Good job, good job, good job, prospects, and a good social life. That card doesn't really reflect that meaning, does it? Should we look at the reverse meaning? Does that reflect it? Rejecting an offer of money or other assistance due to pride. Feeling that you deserve more than you've been given. Should you be more generous or sharing? A risk of theft or loss through gambling, speculation or extravagance. Maybe you need to be more cautious or less proud or selfish. Okay. Let's go to the Midnight Sun here. The pomegranate. I chuckled, I'm not sure why. Caring for the sick, that kind of thing. That confused him more, but then he inhaled and caught the scent in the car. So we're picking up something here. And it says, oh, that girl again. I scowled. This is getting weird. Tell me about it, I mumbled. He inhaled again. She does have quite a flavour, doesn't she? The snarl broke through my lips before his words had even registered all the way. An automatic response. Easy, kid, I'm just saying. Got angry then. The others arrived then. Rosalie noticed the scent at once and glowered at me. Still not over her irritation. Glowered? Glowered. I can hear my daughter typing on the keyboard. I wondered what her problem was. I wondered what her real problem was, but all I could hear from her were insults. I didn't like Jasper's reaction either. Like Emmett, he noticed Bella's appeal. Not that the scent had, for either of them, a 1,000th portion of the draw it had for me, but it still upset me that her blood was sweet to them. Jasper had poor control. Okay, poor Jasp. Alice skipped to my side of the car and held her hand out for Bella's truck key. I only saw that I was, she said. I only saw that I was, she said, as was her habit, obscurely. You'll have to tell me the whys. This doesn't mean, I know, I'll wait, I won't be long. I sighed and gave her the key. I followed her to Bella's house. The rain was pounding down like a million tiny hammers, so loud that Bella's human ears might not hear the thunder of the truck's engine. I watched her window, but she didn't come to look out. Maybe she wasn't there. There were no thoughts to hear. It made me sad that I couldn't hear enough of her thoughts, even to check on her, to make sure she was happy or safe, at the very least. So it's really important here that the masculine kind of can read your thoughts and tap into it and make sure that you are happy and safe and at peace, should we say that? But mostly about you being safe at the least, at the very least. Okay, very interesting. Right, let's go to Archangel. Oh no, we're going to go to the journey of love. Let's go to the journey of love. Oh, I feel like, you know, the jangling here, the jingle jangling, look. Can't hear me. I've got them on. Should we take both of them? Okay, the first card is within nothing there is everything. Card number 2. And did I say about getting Divine Feminine, getting to that nothingness stage? Well, it comes in with the High Priestess energy here. Card number 2. I'll just sing it out. The song Shivers, Ed Sheeran. So I'm singing. You make me hot, you make me shiver with fire. I don't know the words. You know you make me shiver, shiver. Oh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shiver. From a point of stillness, a moment, a complete universe is opening up to you. Okay, let's pay attention to this. From a point of stillness, a moment, a complete universe is opening up to you, endlessly expanding. Your every thought and intention sends ripples of consciousness through the universe. What a creative being you are. You are sending consciousness into motion, bringing your creation into being with every inner desire, with every whispered wish. The universe receives your yearning and aspirations with open arms, returning them to you as manifestation in your life. What is really in your heart? Open your arms, sigh, speak your heart truth aloud to the loving universe and receive it as your destiny manifesting now. This oracle brings a message to you. Something that you want is on its way to you. It may seem to be coming out of nowhere, no sign on the horizon to give you hope, yet it is coming to you anyway. It is spiritual law that you cannot be denied the manifestation of your heart's desire. Trust and remain open to the tide of universal love rushing towards you, swelling within you now. The poem. The wind moves gently through trees, quiet water flows, and life's song calls softly. Very nice. This kind of energy. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Just these blessings, this beautiful love. Oh, bless me. Thank you. Woman of light. I just saw a little fly then. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Hello. You're a tiny little fly. Oh, there's 2 of you. Okay, playing. Card number 49. Was that a fairy just going above them? Oh, it's like the light above my head there. There you go. Woman of light. I was actually going to see, I am a woman in love, and I do anything. Okay. Pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, as I rise and rise and rise again. Capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self, as part of your spiritual destiny, or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one is in your midst, or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being. Is that what my blessing was? Receiving my blessing. For to behold one is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you're having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones but loving devotion, so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. Okay, the poem. I asked God for a deepening of my love without realising that the deeper I was willing to go, the more it involved letting go of any part of myself that wanted to love and still be safe. In surrender to the possible lay the greatest potential for love, at levels before unknown, like a cistern that holds the nectar of life and gives its precious liquid only to be filled again with nature's flow. Such knowingness is a gift, for if you can embrace the blessing, you can live without question, relaxing and replenishing with each breath, with each kiss, always whole. This is a beautiful message. Yes, thank you. Living more softly and slowly. Trees are golden now. Beautiful lights keep shining. It's our energy. This is what we're attracting. We're walking in grace. Our movements are divine feminine movements, empress movements. I was going to say we sure are mighty strong beings, but mighty in our love. Okay. There's a card here that's just kind of up like this. How can I show you? Going through the transition. Okay, so the masculines, it looks like are going through it, are through it because they're on the 6. So not the 5. So it means they've done this part, or this is what they're going through. It's like the feminine's here just waiting on the doorway. She's got a winter coat on. So, excuse me. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies, don't they just? That's why we're not going to hold any negative thoughts. Like, seriously fine-tuning it now, Divine Feminines. It's just so much easier to pick yourself up. You know that you create whatever you put your focus upon, your intention upon, your desire upon, your heart. It's more about your feelings. Emily swore earlier. think she said the word fucking or something like that. She wasn't talking about like fucking, but she was like, that fucking da, 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 da. Also, and she went, oh, I'm so sorry. I just swore. And I'm kind of getting used to that because they choose not to swear in front of me. So it's like, oh, I don't like them words coming out of my angel's mouths. But I mean, I can swear like a trooper. But they never have like displayed like words like that really in front of me, unless they kind of slipped out. I mean, I'm very aware that they swear. I mean, she's 19, she's my youngest. So when she went, oh, I'm so sorry, I just swore. And I said to her, it's okay. I said, I'm getting used to it now. I said, no, I would pull you up. I said, if it was in an aggressive way and you were like, fucking, I'd pull someone up then about using. But when you're just using it in like, fucking hell, you know, just in, because it isn't so much about the words, it's about the feeling behind the words. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. So yeah, okay. Let's read from this book. What cards are they? I've seen this book. Where did I see this book? Oh, there it is. Five of Ariel. Help is nearby. You don't have to go through your current challenges alone. Ask your angels to make your options clear to you. There is no need to remain out in the cold emotionally or physically. I do feel that this is actually a message for the Divine Masculine. The Divine Feminine is there. You just need to feel for her. Suntan times. Cheers. Is that what it says? Suntan times. Cheers. Thank you. Okay. Ask your angels to make your options clear to you. There is no need to remain out in the cold emotionally or physically. If you're unwilling to accept help from others, ask yourself why. What is it that you feel is missing from your life? Is it material or something deeper like spirituality or love? Negative thoughts can create self-fulfilling prophecies that are totally unnecessary. Refocus your thoughts on what is possible and this situation will turn around. Very much for you, Divine Feminine, it's been coming through a lot about your thoughts and picking up on your thoughts. So refocus your thoughts on what is possible and this situation will turn around. Additional meanings of this card. Feeling unlucky. I'm feeling on top of the world. Okay. Money troubles, health issues. We wouldn't even focus on these. If you're focused on money troubles, then you're going to have money troubles. If you've got health issues, you're going to have health issues if you're focusing on it. Inadvisable plans or timing for self-employment. Okay. Let's find out. I don't know why that card's been picked up with it. Within nothing, there is everything. Okay, so this could be scared of losing. Scared of losing, maybe. Scared of losing all your material stuff, your possessions. Maybe even scared of losing your life, your health. Sometimes it is just frustrated energy escaping in the form of words. Absolutely. But you'll get to a point where there's nothing really that can frustrate you anymore. What is it that you're frustrated about and why are you frustrated about it? Relax, surrender, and give it to the flow. Let's have another look at one of the books here. We can go to the chess pieces. Let's do that. This is Breaking Dawn. Exactly. Ooh, what's it say on the back here? When you loved the one who was killing you, it left you no options. That's what it says. When you loved the one who was killing you, it left you no options. How could you run? How could you fight when doing so would hurt that beloved one? If your life was all you had to give, how could you not give it? If it was someone you truly loved. There was also a fluttering sound, a thrumming that I couldn't place, and the sound of the heartbeats was so moist and appealing that my mouth started watering. So I would definitely have to learn how to hunt before I saw her, my stranger baby. Is Rosalie with her? Yes, Edward answered in a clipped tone, and I could see that something he had thought of upset him. I thought he and Rose were over their differences. Had the animosity erupted again? Before I could ask, he pulled my hands away from my flat stomach, tugging gently again. Wait, I protested again, trying to focus. What about Jacob and Charlie? Tell me everything that I missed. How long was I unconscious? Edward didn't seem to notice my hesitation over the last word. Instead, he was exchanging another wary glance with Carlyle. What's wrong? I whispered. Nothing is wrong, Carlyle told me, emphasizing the last word in a strange way. Nothing has changed much. Actually, you were only unaware for just over 2 days. It was very fast, as these things go. Edward did an excellent job, quite innovative. The venom injection straight to your heart was his idea. He paused to smile proudly at his son and then sighed. Jacob is still here and Charlie still believes that you are sick. He thinks you're in Atlanta right now, undergoing tests at the CDC. We gave him a bad number and he's frustrated. He's been speaking to Esme. I should call him, I murmured to myself, but listening to my own voice, I understood the new difficulties. We'll leave it there. It's on page 369. 369, the goose drank wine. The monkey chewed tobacco and singing. He wouldn't recognise this voice. It wouldn't reassure him. And then the earlier surprise intruded. Hold on, Jacob is still here? Okay, another glance between them. What's going on? Where are we going to now? Let's go to a postcard from Spirit. I've got the Witch's Taro over there. Okay. Normally I always pick up that. I would say that that was my karmic deck of cards. If there's a karmic attachment to any of my cards, it would actually be the Witch's Tarot and the Druidcraft Tarot. It's just a feeling I get from them. Let's go to a postcard from Spirit. You are pure joy. It's like Divine Feminine. Be a joy. Be a joy to be around. Dear you, now is one of those times you're being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Okay. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. This is really important, guys. Okay, when you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you. Definitely the energy of the masculine trying to keep you away from, well, should we say vampires, energy vampires, newborns? Let's go to the short second life of Brie Tanner, which is when she was actually turned. And I don't believe that she was as savage as everybody else, the newborns. But let's, what's the back of it say? I turned off my brain. Who you were going to hurt was the kind of decision you had to make before you scented your prey. It was too late now to choose anything. Was she talking about the cloaks or the mysterious clan? Which one was the enemy she had mentioned before the drama? That doesn't matter. We outnumber. Any warning matters, she growled, cutting him off. There is so much to do. Only 5 days, she groaned. No more messing around. You start tonight. I won't fail you, Riley promised. Crap. Okay. My daughter doesn't even say that word in front of me. Crap. Diego and I moved at the same time, leaping from our perch into the next tree over, flying back the way we'd come. Riley was in a hurry now, and if he found Diego's trail after all that had just passed with the cloaks and no Diego there at the end of it. I've got to get back and be waiting, Diego whispered to me as we raced. Lucky it's not in view of the house. Don't want him to know I heard. We should talk to him together. Too late for that. He'd noticed that your scent wasn't on the trail. Looks suspicious. Diego, he trapped me into sitting this one out. We were back to the spot where he'd joined me. He spoke in a rushed whisper. Stick to the plan, Brie. I'll tell him what I plan to tell him. It's not close to dawn, but that's just how it has to be. If he doesn't believe me, Diego shrugged. He's got bigger things to worry about than me having an overactive imagination. Maybe he'll be more likely to listen now. Looks like we need all the help we can get, and being able to move around in the day can't hurt. Diego, I repeated, not knowing what else to say. He looked into my eyes and I waited for his lips to twitch into that easy smile, for him to make some joke about ninjas or BFFs. He didn't. Instead, he leaned in slowly, never moving his eyes from mine, and kissed me. His smooth lips pressed against mine for one long second while we stared at each other. Then he leaned away and sighed. Get home, hide behind Fred, and act clueless. I'll be right behind you. Be careful. I grabbed his hand and squeezed it hard, then let go. Riley had spoken of Diego affectionately. I would have to hope that affection was real. There wasn't another choice. Very interesting. It's like little conversations going on. It's like, stay safe, get home, go back, stick to the plan. Rest, stay out of this, Divine Feminine. Wow, we've been on for 54 minutes, 14 seconds. I was going to ask how you guys are doing, but I think you would have told me, wouldn't you? Okay, Squeaky. Let's go to the Archangel Oracle. The Twilight Saga. Oh my goodness, look. This card just flipped itself over. You know what to do. That's all I need to tell you. You know what to do. Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. I'm going to get off soon and go back to watching The Empress. Okay. The additional information, you are far wiser than you realise. and your inner wisdom has already given you the answers that you seek. Page number 66. Embrace this knowledge and trust it. If you're doubtful, ask me to give you clear signs to validate your thoughts and ideas. I can also help you put your ideas into action and make decisions about the next steps to take. Just ask me, and then be willing to work with me by taking action. Working with Archangel Uriel. Uriel helps to illuminate cloudy situations by lighting your pathway. He usually only lights one step at a time, however, so you may not be able to clearly discern the ultimate outcome of your actions, but you will know what step to take next, all along the way, with Uriel's help. Let's check on you. Are you resting? Are you staying safe? Are you happy, Divine Feminine? I'm not even going to them witches, Taro. Hey, Laurie, watching Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's so interesting. Who was I speaking to about that? Jamie. So, Megan's Divine Masculine. My daughter's Divine Masculine. We was talking about it the other day. And I said, I've never really watched them. I found them after Harry Potter. So, I found them a bit too in-depth. It was just, they were quite long films. But we both said that we think that we probably could watch them now and make sense out of them movies. So thank you, that's a prompting for me to but then we was like, well, do we watch The Hobbit first? But The Hobbit came out after The Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, that's it, isn't it? I was going to call it Lord of the Flies. That was a book I read for English literature back in the day. Oh, and you've already watched Hocus Pocus too. I haven't done that one. What's your review on it? Divine shows me signs every day, being grateful for that. I mean, yeah, whatever you put your attention to will be coming through with signs. So what you're watching. And Hocus Pocus 2. Emily was like, not as good as the first one. I haven't watched it. So, you liked it? Okay. Did you love it? Or did you just like it? Do you really like it? Is it wicked? Oh, she said that she was disappointed maybe in the song choice that they put. I can't remember what song. She sang it to me. Maybe you might be able to remember. And she just said, I wish they'd just used I put a spell on you and now you're mine. I can't think what song she said. That's really about the review I got was about the song, and she just maybe thought it would have been best if they'd just put a spell on you. But then again, I seem to like my movies, others don't. She didn't say that she didn't like it. She just went, I've got the card, thank you. Oh, in reverse, okay. Oh, ooze the star of Venus. Dance of the Divine Feminine is on the bottom of the deck. They're in reverse, so let's see what this means. Oh, ooze the star of Venus, card number 26. I'm sure we've had this card recently, but let's read this again. I feel a bit congested. Oh, it comes after beyond the threshold of fear. It's like my lantern's gone out and I feel like I've got to keep my lantern lit. So let me just grab a candle. What colour should we go for? Should we go for like this yellowy? It's more of a mustardy kind of, well, bit greeny tinge to it. I need to manifest a lighter. Oh. It's a good lighter, isn't it? Like bendable, flexible. My flexible friend. I think some spilled in there, but that's okay. We won't worry about that. I searched for War of the Roses. Can't get it here. Okay. Well, it will come, won't it? Because you've manifested it. So once you forget about it, you're going to see War of the Roses when you're meant to. The movie that I waiting to like manifest, so that I know that you can like buy them on Amazon and rent them, and that is The Fifth Element. I'm waiting for that one to pop up so I can watch it. There we go. I just feel that's a bit better, isn't it? I do need to clean that out, don't I? All sorted. All sorted. I go to bed with them on. I know that one's safe as houses. That's a good one. What's a good one? What are we talking about? Oh, Fifth Element. Yes, very good one. Let's read our Ooze, a Star of Venus. Okay. She's singing. What are you singing? Don't know what she was singing. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor, here for you. That's nice. Carefree. That doesn't mean we don't care. It just means that we don't carry the concerns. Carefree. Very interesting, isn't it? My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life, with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the way of this world may, it doesn't say may. So that first part there I felt was the Divine Feminine speaking. That's what I feel. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I'm not just an empty shell. I'm a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I'm a carefree visitor here for you. Rumi. And then I actually feel like this is you being spoken to, Divine Feminine. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life, with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty, and expand your heart, resisting nothing, to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness pure and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest love. The Star of Venus is the great androgyne, neither solely masculine nor feminine, but an integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and based utterly in love. When this star seeks us out, multiple blessings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that may be quite dazzling and surprising to our more limited mindset and belief systems. With great blessings, great growth is possible. However, the blessings don't do the growth for us, making it magically happen. They give us the oomph we need, the power, and the opportunities and assistance we need. Yet it is still we who take the journey. The great spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history is a journey from duality to oneness. Many are signing up for that wild, loving adventure, and this oracle has come to you as a reminder that you too have been granted a ticket for that journey. This journey of oneness is not about denying duality, but about experiencing it as an expression of one love. It is about no longer being enslaved by it. It is about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted. It is about embracing the all, of finding the freedom and joy originally sought, but now through a path that takes you into joy and freedom existing within. To take the great transformation from man or woman into cosmic androgyne does not require that we lose our sense of femininity or masculinity. Rather, they become so superior in development that they cease to be distinguished from each other. Our masculine clarity, with its discernment, practicality and application, becomes so tender, loving, compassionate and tempered with grace, that the feminine is integrated with it. Our feminine nurturance, dedication, and connection to life become so fierce that discernment and wise action naturally prevail. With this great androgynous integration of the masculine and feminine into oneness, men and women of this beautiful earth become capable of new consciousness. It is of one based in love, of service to life, of letting go of judgment, stereotypes, and limited belief systems, and of opening up to compassion for all life. As the consciousness is anchored, spiritual growth becomes rapid, and this is not necessarily without some bumps and bruises. Letting go of old notions of what it is to be a man or a woman, to be masculine or feminine, letting go of fear of women or men, of emasculation or victimization, letting go of wounding are all great steps forward. They promise liberation, empowerment and compassion, as well as peace and happiness, yet they are not easy steps to take. Great resistance can be evoked within. Great resistance can be evoked within you as an individual, and also within the culture around you, which might find your notion of personal spiritual empowerment confronting and challenging to their culture of fear-based enslavement of the soul. They will be right about it being confronting, but mistaken in assuming that confrontation is something best resisted. So then, what to do? Our Uza, the ancient shining one, also known as the star of Venus, holds much power and strength. Even a small blessing of her light is more powerful than the fear of thousands, if not millions, of people. She is known as a worthy ally in battle of any kind, even spiritual battle. You must, however, stay aligned with her way, which is not to fight fear with fear, hate with hate, or anger with anger. Does this mean you should not feel fear, hate, or anger? Of course not. Venus denies no experience, so let yourself feel whatever you feel. The guidance is not to stop being human. Take the next step into the divine human, into allowing the star blessing to nestle in your heart so you can shift as you feel your feelings, holding them with compassion, then choosing your own truths that resonate at a far more refined vibration. The rebellious passion of the star of Venus is that she seeks out whomever is ready to know more fully the truth of divine oneness. Whether the culture around them can acknowledge one of their own, becoming more enlightened as a blessing or not, it is a divine gift, nevertheless. How liberating it shall feel to be truly empowered to live life as you feel is truthful, and to feel completely empowered to allow others to do the same with joy in your heart. You understand that everyone is walking an unfolding path, and that we don't have to understand or justify the path of another to feel peace in our own hearts. If you are stumbling with judgment within yourself, do not fear. The blessing of Venus is coming to you to help you surrender it, to help you find your way through, so that you can be free now. Your guidance then is to trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you reacting to it, possibly in fear or discomfort. Trust in the paths of others too, for in truth, there is one path, and we are all on it. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. That is not your job. Your job is to embrace your wisdom, embrace your freedom and empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, through bestowal of grace, something more of a goddess and a god, of a human and a sacred animal, integrated as one. This is sacred alchemy, amplified in the starfires of Venus, who loves you as a brother, sister, and honours your soul with her blessing. Shine true, beloved. Shine bright. That's beautiful, isn't it? Wasn't that a beautiful message? And it went so quickly. That time did. Amen. Time. I am the light, especially in the full moonlight. Shine bright, DFs and DMs. Yeah. To lime. to rise up. It's time to rise up. Here they are. Wasn't it beautiful? Lovely. Should I have a little flick through Twilight? I haven't gone through Twilight or New Moon yet. Let's go to Twilight first. That's what I just heard from the other room. Twilight. About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. No, he continued. I was thinking there was something I wanted to try, and he took my face in his hands again. I started quite abruptly with no. I couldn't breathe. He hesitated, not in the normal way, the human way. Not the way a man might hesitate before he kissed a woman, to gauge her reaction, to see how he would be received. Perhaps he would hesitate to prolong the moment, that ideal moment of anticipation, sometimes better than the kiss itself. Edward hesitated to test himself, to see if this was safe, to make sure he was still in control of his need. And then his cold marble lips pressed very softly against mine. What neither of us was prepared for was my response. Blood boiled under my skin, burned in my lips. My breath came in a wild gasp. My fingers knotted in his hair, clutching him to me. My lips parted as I breathed in his heady scent. Immediately I felt him turn to unresponsive stone beneath my lips. His hands gently, but with irresistible force, pushed my face back. I opened my eyes and saw his guarded expression. Oops, I breathed. That's an understatement. His eyes were wild, his jaw clenched in acute restraint, yet he didn't lapse from his perfect articulation. He held my face just inches from his. He dazzled my eyes. Should I? I tried to disengage myself to give him some room. His hands refused to let me move so much as an inch. No, it's tolerable. Wait for a moment, please. His voice was polite, controlled. I kept my eyes on his, watched as the excitement in them faded and gentled. Then he smiled a surprisingly impish grin. There, he said, obviously pleased with himself. Tolerable? I asked. He laughed aloud. I'm stronger than I thought. It's nice to know. I wish I could say the same. I'm sorry. You are only human after all. Thanks so much, I said. My voice acerbic. Let's read this last one here. He was on his feet in one of his lithe, almost invisible, quick movements. He held out his hand to me, an unexpected gesture. I was so used to our standard of careful non-contact. I took his icy hand, needing the support more than I thought. My balance had not yet returned. Are you still faint from the run, or was it my kissing expertise? How light-hearted, how human he seemed as he laughed now. His seraphic face untroubled. He was a different Edward than the one I had known, and I felt all the more besotted by him. It would cause me physical pain to be separated from him now. I can't be sure, I'm still woozy, I managed to respond. I think it's some of both, though. Maybe we should let me drive. Are you insane? I protested. I can drive better than you on your best day, he teased. You have much slower reflexes. I'm sure that's true, but I don't think my nerves or my truck could take it. Some trust, please, Bella. My hand was in my pocket, curled tightly around the key. I pursed my lips, deliberated, and shook my head with a tight grin. Nope, not a chance. He raised his eyebrows in disbelief. I started to step around him, heading for the driver's seat. He might have let me pass if I hadn't wobbled slightly. Then again, he might not have. His arm created an inescapable snare around my waist. Bella, I've already expended a great deal of my personal effort at this point to keep you alive. I'm not about to let you get behind the wheel of a vehicle when you can't even walk straight. Besides, friends don't let friends drive drunk, he quoted with a chuckle. I could smell the unbearable sweet fragrance coming off his chest. Drunk? I objected. You're intoxicated by my very presence. He was grinning, that playful smirk again. I can't argue with that, I sighed. There was no way around it. I couldn't resist him in anything. I held the key high and dropped it, watching his hand flash like lightning to catch it soundlessly. Take it easy. My truck is a senior citizen. Very sensible, he approved. And are you not affected at all? I asked, irked by my presence. Again, his mobile features transformed. His expression became soft, warm. He didn't answer at first. He simply bent his face to mine and brushed his lips slowly along my jaw, from my ear to my chin, back and forth. I trembled. Regardless, he finally murmured, I have better reflexes. Okay. Mind over matter. That's interesting. Oh, we've got this book as well. I've just found her books, like, I don't know, all different directions. New Moon. Let me just read a bit from New Moon and then I think we'll get off, guys. The dim light from the street was quickly lost in the gloom. The sound of my staggering footsteps echoed through the black space. It sounded very wide, but I couldn't be sure. There were no sounds other than my frantic heartbeat and my feet on the wet stones, except for once, when an impatient sigh whispered from behind me. Edward held me tightly. He reached his free hand across his body to hold my face too, his smooth thumb tracing across my lips. Now and then I felt his face press into my hair. I realised that this was the only reunion we would get. And I clutched myself closer to him. Closer to him, did I say that? For now, it felt like he wanted me, and that was enough to offset the horror of the subterranean tunnel and the prowling vampires behind us. It was probably no more than guilt, the same guilt that compelled him to come here to die when he believed that it was his fault that I killed myself. But I felt his lips press silently against my forehead, and I didn't care what the motivation was. At least I could be with him again before I died. That was better than a long life. Very interesting. Okay. Right, guys, I think I'm going to get off. That was 81 minutes, 15 seconds. Well, I hope you got something out of that. I most definitely did. I've got to put these in order. Okay, well, eclipse. And then we've got new moon. That goes before eclipse. Twilight first. Breaking dawn is next. Oh no, I reckon the short life of Britain comes after new moon. Is she in new moon? No, she's in eclipse. It will come after eclipse. And then we've got this one. Midnight sun. Right, guys, I think that's that. All right, Squeaky. I'm going to go and get myself a cup of coffee now. And I'll do my version of Netflixing and chilling. Flicks. Right, guys, I'll catch up with you soon. I imagine over the weekend. I did want to come on and do a live though, and just see what's going on with the cards and everything, and you guys. So have a pleasant evening. Yeah, that's it. Just pleasantness. Everything's pleasant. That's nice. Okay, right, I'm going to go because I feel like I'm babbling now. So until I see you again, take care. Much love.